Yeah, you assumed correctly. Good morning to you, Ken, from Florence at the Florence Mall here. And specifically, it's the Sears lot. It's formerly the Sears lot now, and a lot of us who live out here know where we're talking about. So let's give you a look at what we're seeing here this morning. I got here just a little bit after 6 here this morning. There were already about 10 cars in line. You can see that has grown already. So the hours here are 8 a.m. and the first person in line, they don't want to be on camera, but they did say, they've got to get their little preschooler back into school. So that's why they are here this morning. They said they were here last week to test another family member. So, this is beginning to become like clockwork for many, just to get their kids back into school or whether they need to get back to work themselves. I'm told by a lot of people here, though, that this is the fastest way to get their COVID-19 test. It's a PCR test. Online, it says it's a rapid turnaround because it's within 24 hours. However, I was always told not to insert yourself into one of these stories. Well, I was here yesterday, just getting a kid tested to make sure she can go back to school safely. They told me it's about a 72-hour turnaround time. So they said it could be a lot quicker, but expect longer delays just because so many people are here. And we had some information for you on your screen about some other drive-through testing sites. Another big one is down in Covington for the diagnostics testing here for COVID-19. And again, register online. They also have these little scanner areas where you can scan a QR code and pass a little bit of time just registering yourself or your family. But guys, this is pretty much what's happening here. Sadly, that's what we have to deal with to keep everyone safe, and a lot of people trying to get their kids back into school here or to get back to work safely. And if you're lucky enough to get one of those at-home tests, those are hard to get as well, but a lot of places won't even use those. Ken, we'll send it back to you. Yeah, that's right. And as the sun comes up this morning, more and more cars are joining this line here. And as you mentioned, we are here at Gravity Diagnostics in Florence, Kentucky. This is the former Sears building. So if you live out here, you've grown up in this area, you know exactly what side of the mall this is on. And I talked to one of the cars who was first in line here. She got here about 2 hours ago. Actually, now that we've been sitting here doing this live show, probably about 2.5 hours ago. And she said she wanted to get her preschooler a test so she could get her kid back into school. A lot of kids are having to sit out after the holidays, just either if it's a COVID scare or if someone tested positive in the house, and they want to get their kids safely back in the school. And these are the only tests that a lot of schools will take at this moment. So a lot of people are here again already before the doors even open. So if you are interested in getting to one of these drive-through testing sites, especially here in northern Kentucky, that is Gravity Diagnostics, again, is here in Florence at the Florence Mall at the former Sears lot. And their hours are until 2 o'clock today. And as well, tomorrow they will be open 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So that's their weekend times. You can also get here on the weekdays as well, but expect long lines as well. And in Covington, their drive-through testing site is open right now on 4th Street. That turnaround time for that certain testing site is about the same day. However, I was talking to some of the people here yesterday. They tell me these turnaround times are a little iffy. They try to do it as quickly as possible, but right now they're looking at 48 to 72 hours. They hope to get that test back to you even earlier, but they said just with the long lines and the demand that it's taking them a bit longer to get them to the labs and get the test back out to you. So again, back out here live. It's just the waiting game right now. This was supposed to be open at 8 o'clock here this morning, and I saw some of the workers go in. They're probably waiting to get some more workers here because they got a long day ahead of them. Ken, we'll keep monitoring the situation, and we'll talk to you in the next 30. Good morning to you, Ken. And the doors are finally open here at the testing site in the old Sears building here behind me at the Florence Mall. This is a look at just a little bit of the line here. The line actually snakes its way through behind these cars, and it's probably a few rows deep, at least by now. So if you wanted to get a test today, this is just one of the sites here in Kentucky. There's another one in Covington. I'll speak about that in just a second. But a lot of people here, they were here well before these doors even opened for this drive-through testing site by Gravity Diagnostics. One family I talked to just wanted to get their kid back into school. They needed one of these PCR tests to safely get their kids back in school. They've been out for some bit just as we headed back from the holidays, and a lot of people here also want to get a test to get back into work, or maybe they know a loved one that they want to be around and they need one of these tests to make sure that they are safe to be around them. A lot of people I'm also talking to said they're having a hard time getting their hands on the at-home testing kits, so that's why they're here as well. So this is just some of the details today where you can get tested again right here at Florence. It's the Sears parking lot here where you'll drive through the building here that was the former Sears building. And that is till 2 o'clock today and tomorrow. And those hours again, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the weekends. On the weekdays, you can head here from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you are going to wait here hours if you're not here at a good time, just to give you a heads up there. So Covington as well, they are open right now for drive-through testing on 4th Street. And they're open until 2 o'clock today, as well as 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. all week long. So long lines there as well. Basically, if you need a test, make sure, grab your patients. If you have to bring your kids to get them tested, make sure they've got some possibly games, some video games, books, you name it, because you will be waiting here for quite some time unless you're one of the early ones here. However, they had to get here about 2 hours ago to make sure they didn't have to wait 2+ hours to get their test here. Now, the turnaround times, I'm told they're supposed to be some same day, some about 24 hours. However, I am told that these testing sites, since they're so backed up, they're waiting on about 48 hours to 72 hours time to get that test back to whoever's getting tested here today. Ken, we'll send it back to you. Hey, good morning to you, Ken. And we are here just outside where people are driving into this drive-through testing site here for Gravity Diagnostics. This is the Sears, the former Sears building here at the Florence Mall, and this is open until 2 o'clock today, so we can't really show you how far back the line goes, but you're going to sit for quite some time if you do get here anytime soon for a COVID-19 PCR test. So that's really the name of the game. Everywhere you look, you're going to wait in line to get one of these free tests, and they do have another site in Covington, but the one here in Florence, again, this weekend, the hours are 8 a.m. until 2 p.m., and then down in Covington, it is 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. So yeah, wherever you go, you're waiting quite some time to get one of these tests, but a lot of people I'm talking to, they're trying to get their kids safely back into school, that they've missed some of the time coming back from the holiday session. I also talked to a gentleman here who actually flagged us down and wanted to tell us that he was here late last night trying to get in. He was third from the back of the line where they stopped it off, and then he had to come back this morning. So we waited 3 hours before the police told him to go back home, and then he waited another 2 hours here this morning to get in. He wanted to make sure he is safe and sound to go visit his elderly grandmother and get that test here. So he also told me when he went inside, the workers here said they're 5 people short. That's why it's taken a little bit longer than expected as well. So people are coming to these testing sites because of the quick turnaround, because they do want to get their kids back in school, or they want to get back to work, or they want to get near loved ones again. So these testing sites, they're supposed to be a same-day turnaround, or even within a full 24-hour turnaround. However, they are behind as well, so it could be 48 to 72 hours, I'm told, till you get your test results back here. Ken, we'll send it back to you.